This popcorn-style review contains scenes from another video. Muhyo and Roji's Bureau of Supernatural Investigation. This is about, I think it's a young kid who's like a prodigy, and he takes on a slightly older kid as his apprentice, and they go around and exorcise spirits. Interesting thing about this series is it is incredibly effective at creating these emotional gut punches and these sympathetic characters. And it starts off right at the beginning of the show with introducing this like episodic Monster of the Week thing where they introduce this ghost and the character being affected by the ghost, and they get you to sympathize with the ghost and the person being infected, and they create this emotional story. But here's the thing. They don't use the ability to create sympathetic characters on the main cast, who are basically flat as fucking pancakes. And despite being incredibly skilled at creating these emotional connections to these side characters we never see again, the show decides, instead of using its talents on that, it is going to try and create an action series. And I don't know why. Because if it's not going to use its talents to create interesting main characters, we don't care what happens to the main characters. And even further to the point, this is an entire series where the series itself doesn't lend itself to action scenes because it doesn't have a real combat system. The only way to definitively destroy a ghost is by using the magical laws, which only only the young, only Muhyo, the really tiny kid, can actually use. Everything else is just a diversionary tactic or something to buy time. And so the action scenes are based on this idea of finishing off the enemy in one hit, and it's oh no, the enemy's super dangerous. But the bigger issue with that is that they don't use this as a cerebral exercise to see who can get their one-hit attacks off. It's just they try and somehow establish tension with this ghosts attacking them for these characters we don't care about, and then the ghosts die in one hit. And so it uses its talents so incredibly poorly. Twitch and Discord in the description. I've been Sacrobolic, your envoy of hope. Bye-bye.